tank top is a no-go. Clothes in Japan are not see-through. Not hanging up your underwear. Wear lazy clothing out. Greasy here. Japanese woman will not go bare-legged. Let him carry her luggage. The wrong hair color depending on their age. Do things outside of their group. Say their opinions out loud.
Hey guys and girls, on Ask Japanese, it's Cathy Cat. This time we're going to talk about 10 things Japanese women, good Japanese women, would never do. This might break a couple of expectations that you have, so let's go and find out what they are. Number 1. Even in the heat of summer, wearing a tank top is a no-go. And I mean spaghetti tops, tube tops, those kind of styles, you don't really see. They're seen as a little bit too sexy. So generally girls will cover up this area much more than in other countries. So t-shirt, totally fine, but tank tops, not so much. First time I came, and many other foreign girls have done the mistake too, if you wear a spaghetti top, a tank top, you know, a little strappy top, or even a tube top, people will give you looks. This is an area that's generally not exposed in Japan, so no matter how hot it gets, t-shirt is the way to go. Cover up this area. And we've mentioned it before, showing cleavage, that little V coming down here, or just have a top that is a little bit extended down here, is a no-go in Japan. You do not show cleavage in Japan. It is almost seen as something negative. You don't really flaunt that area. Even if you got it, you shouldn't be flaunting it in Japan. Wearing see-through clothing items. Now, in some countries it's okay to have like a cool black bra and then over it wear a mesh top or a see-through top. Generally, that's a big no. Clothes in Japan are not see-through. If they are, it's generally not on purpose. Having your underwear on display in any kind, mean or form is generally a taboo as well, meaning seeing just your bra strap, ooh, that's like, you know, that's edgy. You shouldn't be showing your bra strap. Same thing though. If you show your whole bra underneath a see-through top, it's just as bad. So no, don't have any of your underwear on display. There should not be any see-through items here. Number 3, not hanging up your underwear. Yes, the do not show your underwear part even counts when you're not actively wearing it, meaning when Japanese women hang up their washing, they will generally not hang up their underwear outside, or if they do hang it up outside, they will cover it maybe with towels or similar things so you cannot see them. Having them out there somewhere hanging out to dry where people can see it, very embarrassing. You should be doing that. You should not be doing that. And also there's a problem of apparently old men coming in stealing pantsu. It's not a joke. I saw this in anime. It's actually happening. So yeah, probably another reason why they're not really hanging out to dry that much. Number 4, wear lazy clothing out. You just want to pop over to the shop, maybe in your PJs, in your jerseys, or maybe in your comfortable house pants. Well, generally that's a big no. Japanese women do not leave the house in casual gear. There's a big change between how you appear inside your own house and how you appear outside of your house. So unless you're going for a sports event, you don't really have a reason to wear your PJs out or your jerseys and similar. People will give you weird looks if you do so. So the kind of footballer's lifestyle that was kind of popular in the UK a while ago, those kind of hanging out with your like, you know, curls in and stuff, never seen it in Japan. Very unlikely it's gonna happen anytime soon. You can definitely try and go out in your jerseys, but you definitely get the Yankee image, meaning girls who do actually go out with their jerseys, not for sport things, are seen as the kind of bad girls in Japan. They might be loitering, they might be hanging around in corners, and they're kind of the wild girls who are not really going with all the rules. So if you see them, especially if they have a kind of leopard print on, they're the wild girls. Number 5, greasy hair. You just want to go pop to the supermarket, grab yourself some bread for the morning for your cereal, some milk or something like that. No, Japanese ladies do not leave the house without having washed their hair. They wash it every day. It seems to be that they're possible. Maybe they can do that because the hair is thicker, the hair is stronger. It doesn't get as quickly breakage as soft hair does, and their skin seems to be a lot stronger than our average skin. So I've never seen a woman with greasy hair in Japan. Never. NEXT. No matter how boiling hot it gets in summer in a formal environment, Japanese women will not go bare-legged, meaning even in the tropical heat temperatures of 33, 35 degrees, they will put on some tights. It seems to be just a manner and etiquette thing, especially in office environments. So those who go to the office will generally wear leggings, tights, those kind of things, stockings. That's the word I was looking for. They will wear stockings, which I can't comprehend. It gets so hot here, so boiling hot, especially with the humidity. I once went to a TV program and the staff was like, looked at my pretty dress and looked at my legs and was like, "Are you not wearing stockings?" And I'm like, "No, it's 35, 36 degrees." And they were like, and yeah, that's when I realized apparently it's a bad thing to do that in summer, to go bare-legged. How undecent of me. I learned something there. I'm going bare-legged today though. I don't care. It's way too hot. Number 7, let him carry her luggage. Now, generally on a date in Japan, when I see a girl and a guy, it's interesting. The guy will generally pay for the bill if they have food, but the girl will then, if they go out shopping, carry her own shopping bags. Generally, the girls are not giving them to the guys to carry, and the guys are not actually taking them off the girl to carry. It seems to be kind of, you carry your own thing, girl. So they carry their own stuff. I've seen it before even that they also carry the shopping of the boy. That was very culturally confusing. I think that was a married couple and she was carrying all the stuff while he was talking. I was like, it's an interesting gender swap we're having going on there. But yeah, girls would generally not give the guys stuff to carry. It's kind of the, I would feel bad for him, or it's kind of my stuff. So, but then again, quite a lot of girls are complaining that they wish there were more gentlemen here in Japan. So maybe a healthy balance might be a good thing. I think as a guy you might get some brownie points if you carry the luggage for her.
しばらくお待ちください
Have the wrong hair color depending on their age. Now this seems to be a bit of a difficult one, but generally in school, girls cannot have any other hair color than the natural black hair, meaning in school all girls have to have black hair. However, once they're out of school, it's interesting to see that the trendy ladies who have left school, high school and such, all tend to dye their hair, but not too flashy again. It has to kind of go with the age that they are. And so once they're after the job application age, again, in job application, you have everything has to be dark black hair. But then afterwards, generally girls who are trendy tend to color their hair brown. Again, anything that goes into lighter browns and blondes is again a little bit of a taboo. Some will do, but you might not get a job if you have too colorful hair colors. So it seems to be in school, black hair. Once you're out of school, brown hair. Those are like the two main colors. If you're, one of them is decided by the rule, the other one is decided by kind of trendiness and have it a little bit lighter. So yeah, interesting, right? Very colorful hair colors like blue or green or similar like that. Very rare, and many girls can only pull this off during the university years. So just those freedom years before they then go into proper employment, and then again they have to dye their hair darker. Even black sometimes, but generally brown is accepted. Dark brown, yeah. Number 9, do things outside of their group. In Japan, there is group shudan, meaning doing things as a group. There is a very high social moral in Japan as well, and especially girls, especially in school and university days, have their kind of groups of female friends, and you hang out with them and you don't do anything to upset that balance, meaning you don't do really things outside of that group or anything that would upset the harmony in the group. Seems to be quite tough sometimes for girls to keep up with that. It's a lot of pressure, a lot of, you know, having to conform to that group in a certain way. But once they get out of school and don't have to do it anymore, they find their circles of friends with which they seem to feel a little bit more comfortable with. But especially in school, it's a pressure to conform and be in the group and do what everyone does at that time. So yeah, that's a bit of a tricky one, I'd say. Coming back to the topic of group harmony, number 10 is say their opinions out loud. Now, not all opinions, but generally opinions that could upset the group balance, opinions that could make other people feel uncomfortable, opinions that are not as widely accepted, those kind of things Japanese women will not say straight out, especially if it's with a group of strangers or people they don't really know. Any kind of harsh discussions, arguments and stuff are not really encouraged in Japanese society, and especially by women. Speaking out about things like that straight ahead is gonna make them kind of unpopular straight at the start, so they're very careful which opinions they voice. Once they feel maybe more comfortable with you, meaning, you know, you're friends with them or you're in a relaxed environment, you're maybe going for drinks, that's where you can ask them about certain things. But generally, in certain environments, Japanese women will not voice very strong opinions. It's interesting, it ties back to Japanese culture, not upsetting the group harmony. And generally, it's not an arguing culture as well. People will generally keep to themselves and just go like, well, I live my life. You know, live and let live kind of thing. But that's just one of the things you might have to watch out for when you are communicating with Japanese girls. If you really want to find out what they're thinking, get to know them, take your time, and maybe then start a good discussion in the right environment. Maybe with a couple of drinks to loosen the tone. Maybe.
しばらくお待ちください。
So these are 10 things that Japanese girls would never do. Well, it depends on. Good girls might never do them, but some of the bad girls might want to go and give some of these a try. But these seems to be like the social baseline for many Japanese girls and women out there. But how is that for you? I mean, everyone is different, but how is that in your country? Are there typical things that women in your country would never do? If so, let us know where you're from and what those things are in the comments down below. Looking forward to seeing what Japanese women compared to women in your country would never do. Excited to find out. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're new, please come and subscribe. We bring you content here from Japan out to the world, wherever you in the world you are. So it'd be lovely to have you on Team Ask Japanese. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you a lovely day, and I'll catch you soon from One Ask Japanese. Bye! Oh, don't forget that like.